anybody cares to know. Look at this. Look at this wonderful background.
Hey, that's the throwback. It's a throwback.
It's throwback.
I don't even know what that is. I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's a curtain to a TV. It's all it is. It's a curtain to a TV.
Oh, okay. And the TV is the eyes to your soul.
It's just where I live. I live.
Oh, is that not where we were going? I thought we were going.
He's all trying to get deep on that.
I thought that's where we were at.
Wearing a blue shirt for you guys today.
I like it.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, Podcaster sci-fi shirt. Nope, it's not. It's Panama Jack. You remember Panama Jack? Yeah, you remember that?
What is Podcast Sci-Fi Panama Jack? Same thing. Yeah, I do remember Panama Jack. Sunglasses. I remember the sunglasses.
Yeah. Hats and shirts.
But that's probably only if you're from one of the coasts.
Yeah, that's true. I bet Panama Jack wasn't huge like in Iowa.
Probably not. Like Ron John Surf Shop.
Yeah, same thing.
Oh, they did excellent in Montana.
That was their biggest selling store.
It's like, oh yeah, Montana. That's good. That's good.
This will be excellent. So we're just kind of waiting out. This is our pregame. We're just kind of waiting for a few minutes till we get started. Our warm up, get our throats warmed up, our tones, our colors in our face,
me.
Yeah, all of that good stuff. And in the meantime, we talk about some of the cool stuff. So just kind of hang out with us. And
Moose, that background is I like that background right there.
You see this? Yeah. It's old school.
That's it. That is old school. That's
John Boy Myers picture there. John Boy Myers. Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like it's Boba Fett and Darth, and then over there, that's Princess Leia and Chewbacca.
That actually looked like something from Journey to the center of the Earth, like a robot.
What?
When that was Leia, I don't know. So it looks like. I guess when you look at through 480p, so it looks like.
No, I'm not 480, man.
I'm still
He's holding her in his arm.
I was gonna say it almost looks like he's doing the chokehold because you can't see. I can't see the top of it. All I can see is their body.
Oh, now I see Chewie. I can make it out now. That's like one of those ink block things. Yeah, I see Wars.
What?
That's like one of those ink block. Those blotting posters with the ink. Yeah, I see Star Wars.
Talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So we're going into the
Chewie clear as day, man.
I remember I'm using the red, yellow, and white cables.
Yeah, you got that right. What kind of monitor are you using? Just curious.
Is it VGA or DVI or what?
He's about to go and look behind on the backside.
Hold on. Let me see. It's got a whole bunch of I think it's like 10 pins.
Yeah, 10 pin. Yeah, 10 pin. That's what we call it, 10 pin.
Yep.
Hey, when I moved it got clearer. Hey, hold it like this.
Yeah. You have some tinfoil?
Yeah.
You just hold it there the rest of the time while me and Moose podcast.
Don't move.
When you said monitor, don't you mean TV? That's what I was saying.
Well, I still use pliers to turn the channels.
You have channels on your TV, on your monitor?
Right. I have 13.
Okay. Yeah. I've got two knobs, so I got a little bit more.
You have VHF and UHF?
Yeah, I have another one that goes. I have one that goes tang 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 tang, and then I have one that goes ta 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 ta.
Yes,
that's the one. That's the one. I've been.
There's a knob that just moves. What's that?
By the way, I've been gaming off those screens since
76.
Yeah, 79, baby. 79.
You got the prong antenna hookups for that you can put.
I got the adapter. Yeah.
Channel 3 or Channel 4? Which was it?
Channel 3? Channel 4. Channel 3?
Hey, you know what? If you're real good, you can put it right in between and get both channels.
No, I was always on 3 because channel 4, we had a Channel 4 where I lived.
Yes. Yep.
Too much reception.
Yeah, you get too much.
I love the cable slide rule that you had.
Remember that
cable controller? Yeah, it was connected to the TV. It wasn't wireless.
Yeah, it was that a big long cable. Yeah, man.
Really just to play with it.
I got to tell you, those things were indestructible. They did not fail.
Yes, they were. Hey, are you guys talking about the buttons across and then they had like a switch to go top, middle, and bottom that you can switch to like different channels?
Oh, I never had that. It was just slide all the way through.
That was the upgrade.
It was like 1 to 20. That was it. That's all you had.
Oh, we had the one that was 1 to 20 in the top, then you turn into the middle and it turns like 21 to.
Oh wow!
And then you had like the 61 to 80 or something like that.
Rich people had those. Yeah, we were very poor.
You had a 3 switch right there, and then on the right side of those channels, you had like a little knob to adjust.
Ooh, see,
man,
definitely rich. Yeah, but matter of fact, that was so rich, and then I didn't even know that existed.
I didn't either
until today.
I'd wish someone could post that up and say, "Hey, I still got one." I bet you they still worth something.
I don't even think they make cable TV anymore. I don't think.
Hey, Moose is gonna find it. You go ahead. You
still have cable TV.
He's gonna find it in one of his boxes.
Hey, I like it. You say he didn't go find it online. He can find it in one of his boxes.
That's right.
You kidding me? I don't need to go online to find anything. I got it. I own that. I got 4 of those.
Let's do some show and tell.
Or should we show me.
Hey, bring some 8-track tapes.
I have them.
Yeah, he does.
Speaking of that, I got remind me after Mike's show and tell. Remind me, I got something to show to tell you.
Hey, speaking of that, I got something to show you guys.
Okay, good.
So I picked this up now.
One more time.
You know
how I tried to get away with drinking.
Almost.
Hey, you know how? Sometimes you're like, "Ooh, I got to pick that up," because you remember it differently than you do. You're like, "Oh, that was pretty good." Well, yeah. I picked it up. It's really cool, but at the same time, so this is a little box here.
Oh, is that a wooden box?
What is that?
This is a wooden box.
Is that a slide box? Or
can you turn it to the side, please?
Oh man.
Okay.
Hey, they never have anything good, Moose. They never
have anything good. I know exactly right.
That's exactly where it's going. Hey, I just ran into this. Go ahead, keep going.
Well, of course, I run into everything. Hey, so guess what's in there?
DVDs, of course. Blu-rays.
No, not DVDs.
CDs.
CDs.
Yes.
CDs. Hey,
that was my next guess.
So as I'm like, you know what? I gotta check this out before I travel. So and like I said, not as good as I remember. As people do the.
So this is so this would be the story being told on CD. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
So they have.
First of all, do you have a car that can play CDs?
I do. Again, I'm not up to your standard yet.
Yeah, Game God, that's incredible. Yeah.
Man, I think that's impressive in itself.
I still have I have a CD and tape deck in my car.
He's got a 10 CD changer in the trunk.
Yeah,
all the CDs.
Right. I have a 10 cassette changer in the truck.
Oh,
Sweet woo. All right. And this I just picked up today. I was like, this is interesting. This will probably be good. Game God will really like this one, I think. So
let's go.
It's a little cell.
Wow. Black flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Assassin's Creed when he's the pirate.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it was Johnny Depp. Yes.
Pirates of the Caribbean 6.
Or was it Mads Mikkelsen? Which one was it?
Hey, Magic Mike, if you don't want those CDs, you can certainly send them over to me. I'll be happy to take them.
I'll keep them. I just won't.
I want the box. I want the box.
I got to have the box and the CDs. They come into one.
How many CDs?
I think there's like 7.
Oh, 7. Okay.
So I'm curious. I've never listened to an audio book per se, right?
All right.
Do they do different voices when they speak?
It depends, but yes, most of the time they do.
Some they do.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
So does this one, do they do it in this one?
Oh yeah, several different voices. There's different people even. So
different people. Oh,
that's what I'm saying. Is it different people that do the? Okay, all right.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So then I guess it makes it interesting. But you say you're just not quite what you remember. What's the biggest thing that you're like? I don't remember this.
Well, there's some of the technology. So you also remember the voices of what we know of the movies, right? So you're like, that's not how Frodo sounds. That's not Frodo.
Why does he sound American?
Yes.
Well, I bet you it's still cool. I'd still take it. Since you don't want it, I'll take it.
I didn't say I didn't want it. I said it'll stay. I'll keep it. I don't know how just like Moose wouldn't listen to it either. He would just keep it.
Oh yeah.
Hey guys, I don't know how I found this. It just so happened. I never find anything.
First of all,
first of all,
Moose, what did you just get last week?
What did he just get in the last 10 minutes? It just got delivered.
I just got delivered right here. Listen to this. Don't tell me I don't. Because see, take a look at this. See this. what this is. This is Star Wars.
Yeah.
The Dark Disciple on audio cassette. You see,
Nice.
don't tell me not audio cassette.
I was gonna say cassette. What up?
I knew what you meant. Yeah.
This is so. Don't tell me that I don't have. See, because I listen to. I get stuff all.
I didn't say you don't have it. I said, and it's never been opened, by the way. I said,
I did notice that.
Maybe it's true.
Yeah, I did notice that.
But
I just said you will listen to it. You'll take it, but you will listen to it.
The box is super cool.
Let me not that you won't listen to it. You just won't listen to it.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, you just don't have the time, or you're doing other things, or you're like listening to podcasts, so you just don't listen to it. That's all.
Well,
he's going pure digital. I don't know why he's got software.
I know. I'm having to get rid of so many things that I go. Well, I just don't need this game case anymore. Like you don't need it. You don't need it.
But we know as times were changing when he got rid of all his DVDs and Blu-rays. That's when you knew times were changing.
Believe it or not, I had to get rid of a few thousand just a couple of weeks ago. I say get rid of. I put them in a box. I'm saving them. I don't get rid of anything. You know me, but they are different, and I just got rid of them. Just packed them away and said, okay, maybe another day. We'll
move the storage units combined or a mortgage payment.
That is true.
So I was going to say something. So Moose has a progression of how things go, right? So they'll go from the main cavern in the house, right, to another part of the house, right? That's stage one. Then from stage one, they start to go into another part of the house outside of the house. That's stage two. Right? Stage three is when we start getting storage units, right? That's when you know you're like towards the end of your life cycle when it gets to a storage unit.
And he has storage units labeled.
Yeah, that's right. He has, and listen, even the storage units had level. You have the climate controlled storage unit,
right? That's what I'm saying.
So three levels of storage unit. Yes.
Yeah, and then when you know you're on the way out, like in Toy Story on the top shelf, right? When you're in the one that has no climate control and you enter it from outside. That's not good, man. That's the last stop right there.
You know what though? That's when things start to come back and they're worth way more money, and then you go, "Wow, man, maybe I should hold on to this."
The climate control storage unit. It makes its way back in. It just recycles.
Exactly. You know what? Let me put this back in this studio.
You know what? I might sell this. I'll keep it. 20 years in the house.
Or you open it. Like, oh man, I never wore it. It was fall apart.
That's happened too.
And we should get started.
Let's get this thing started. You guys talk my ear off all day. Let's do this. Let's do this right now. Actually, that's not the way we start. Just so you know. Hold on just a second. Here we go. Oh, let's go free. This is what you want to hear. Free stuff, right? How about Freeguy? How about Doctor Who? How about a little Moon Knight? And what if Doctor Strange had 2 trailers? How about that? Oh yeah. And there's going to be music for the new Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi. And who's doing it? We'll find out.
According to Wikipedia, a nerd is a person seen as overly intellectual, obsessive, introverted, or lacking social skills. Many so-called nerds are described as being shy, quirky, pedantic, and unattractive. We're here to prove Wikipedia right.
Oh, look who they let in.
This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. If it's fantasy, sci-fi, gaming, movies, interviews, we're talking about it. This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, and here's your host, Moose, Game God, and Magic Mike.
Welcome to Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. Yeah, that's right. Oh, the whole crew here is episode number 343. Hey, there's some Netflix stuff that we should bring up too at some point in time tonight. So let's talk about that. Okay. There's so much odds and ends to talk about. I don't know where you start, honestly.
Well, are you giving us a choice here? Are you giving us a choice? Because I heard we're gonna start with Netflix, but then I'm like, we don't know where to start. So what are we doing here?
Let's start with Netflix. Let's go.
All right, so let's go. Turn the
All
channel.
right.
Hold on, let me turn it on. All right, there you go.
Turn the
Doom.
Magic Mike, didn't you have Netflix? Did you have something to say about Netflix?
I do have something to say. We didn't get to
Okay,
it
'cause I
last
do
time.
too.
Yeah, because
Okay.
and we predicted this, and it's being played off like it's no big deal. But in Q1, quarter one, Netflix has lost over 200,000 viewers. And we knew this was going to happen. And I was reading the article, or at least from our sources in our article, it says that, hey, we expect more, as if that's okay. I thought that was very interesting and very telling that they don't plan on changing their ways of, blocking the password sharing and charging more each time every 6 months or so.
So Moose, before you dive in, I got a couple pieces to this, right? So first and foremost, I want to say, is 200,000 really that big a deal? So when you look at the bigger scheme of things,
let's say if I do the math at 200,000, as you know, they're $20 a piece. So let's just pretend it's $17. So $17 times 200,000. Let's see what kind of money we're talking about here. Oh, that's only 3.4 billion.
That's
a
it?
month. Yeah, that's not that bad.
billion or million?
A million, I said.
Okay, I think it's a billion. Yeah,
no,
but think about it. But think about it.
As if that matters to us, right? Whether it's a million or a billion.
Hey, what's an extra couple of zeros? But I think at the end of the day, when you look at it, at the end of the day, I say, is it a big deal, right? I think they're grossing somewhere in the realm of like 5 to 7 billion a month, right? In subscriptions. So what is a 3 million?
That's like a Happy Meal. That's like a Happy Meal.
Exactly. So that's the first and foremost. Second of all is it's Netflix. They are sitting at the top of the mountain, and they do what they want, right? And it's proven that they do what they want, because in the last 2.5 years, I think we've seen one of the highest robberies of subscription prices going up.
True.
I think we went up $6 in total in 2 years.
So let me. Here's the thing. So they lost 200,000 subscribers. They expect to lose more. But yet they want their stuff to go up, because I think they're going to get more money, because they're going to charge for these people who are sharing, sharing passwords or whatever. So they'll
get money from that.
However, here's my question to you: with all of these other streaming sources coming out like they're doing, is Netflix? Are they going to have a catalog? Because slowly over time, just like Star Trek is slowly leaving Netflix over time, Disney slowly left over Netflix over time. So because they're coming out with their own streaming sources now, will Netflix start to make up the difference with like ads in the movies? Would you continue to have Netflix or pay if they had ads in their movies?
So it's funny you mentioned that, because I like one of our sources did tell us that they were planning to do ads in Netflix, right? And I don't remember if I remember them quoting it that the price would come down if you had ads.
Right.
I don't remember seeing that, right?
Right.
I find it hard to believe that they're going to put ads and bring the price down. But that is a way to supplement income, right?
Yeah,
so it is. And then I think the other piece is that when, as you talked about the catalog piece, right? And that's true. They're losing catalog pieces with HBO Max pulling their HBO stuff, Paramount Plus pulling their Paramount Plus stuff. So everybody's saying, you know what? Why give it to someone else and get some money? Let's keep it and make our own money. But I also think that Netflix has also stepped up their game and who they pull in to do movies. Like they're getting A1 quality stars doing Netflix, where you couldn't get that before. You wouldn't see that as normal.
A1 quality stars, but is it A1 quality work?
Well, I think that's a good question. I think right now we're starting to see the transition to go from it's on Netflix, so I'm not going to put my all, to you're starting to see some that's not that bad. They could have put that in the movies.
Do you think so?
I think so. And as I come to mind, like something that's like A1 quality.
First of all, I just want to say, Ira, hey, thanks for joining us. JP, thanks for joining us. We appreciate you guys joining the live stream tonight. Thanks so much. Go ahead, Gingo.
Yeah. So and JP beats me to the punch here in the chat. Netflix, I feel, is doing what Blockbuster did back in the 90s, right? And here's how I say this: Blockbuster at one point in time thought that they needed no one, right?
Yeah.
So much so that they didn't buy Netflix. They said, we don't need you. You don't know what you're talking about. And they didn't buy Netflix. And then a couple years later, Blockbuster is now a museum. I feel that Netflix is replacing that position, right?
So, let me ask you this, because I mentioned Stranger Things being in the Netflix arena. Is it important to Netflix? I think Stranger Things is the strongest thing Netflix has right now, in my opinion. And people are waiting for that next piece. So how long can that continue to hold them?
Well, and to that, Moose, it may be their strongest, but that's not a lot to hold on to right now, because a lot of people dropped off at season 3 because it was so long in between. So some people are just like, I may watch it. And I know people have not watched season 3 at all because they're like, they lost me because they wanted to wait so long. Yes, wow. I do, which is odd because I've seen it. But at the same time, to you guys' point, I don't think they're going to drop the price for ads. They're just going to raise the price for without ads. So they're going to get your $17 or $20. Oh, this is the ad version. But would you
cut it out though? If they had ads, would you stop paying? Because I'm under the piece where I do have streaming services. Yeah. I mean, I've got almost all of them, and I'm paying way more now for streaming services than I did when I had just cable. I never thought I would say that, but I am. Now
we've had this conversation.
I am. But here's the thing: we did have the conversation, but it seems like I am. But and some of them have ads. Mm-hmm. Okay, some of them have ads, and they may have a premiere without ads, but I'm like, it's no big deal. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I might think if I'm watching a straight movie, not a TV show, talking about a movie, and I have an ad, I have a problem, and I think I would drop it if they had ads.
So I want to jump in here. I do have the same thing as you. I have a bunch of streaming sites, and most of the commercials are usually for the ones that have TV shows, right? But sometimes I think I'm okay with if it's like spaced out properly, maybe 30, 40 minutes in, we get an ad, 30, 40 minutes, we get another ad. Right. And so here's the reason why, right? Most of the time, the ads in some of these places are anywhere from 30 seconds to 120 seconds, right?
Okay.
That gives me an opportunity to go to the kitchen, get me a glass of chocolate milk, right? Some cookies, and come back and not miss anything in the movie without having to pause it, right? So I look at those breaks, those 60 second, 120 seconds, go to the restroom, get me a snack, stretch, or do something like that, or see something look up something that I saw in the movie, say, let me see who's that person, and not miss anything.
I do 63 sit-ups when I'm in between.
Okay. Yeah, that explains that explains the rock hard stomach.
Hey, listen.
Listen. Go ahead, man.
I gotta be with Moose on this, because if you went to a theater, because you're paying about the same price,
yeah.
So if you go to a theater, do you want commercials in the theater? Game God?
Oh, you're asking me. Oh, so I was reading the comment that I put on the screen. I turned into a fan for a second. But the difference is you're paying for one movie where you're paying for.
Answer the question.
In the movies, no.
Okay.
In the movies,
so
no.
Because
but here's the difference.
Hold on. Okay. Netflix, okay. What you're really doing.
Just Judy.
Netflix, what you're doing is you have Netflix to have stuff on, except for when they come out with something new. Otherwise, you're just like, let me put this on.
Yeah.
And that's the reality.
Yeah.
Because for me, I'm like, I can't get rid of Netflix. And the reason why I can't get rid of Netflix is just because I put it on. If I don't put it on, I can watch something else. Because now I feel like, to Moose's point, I'm going from a streaming service. This might as well be my cable because I just have it playing.
Exactly. Because now I have ads, and now I can't just stream on demand when I want to with no ads. And I don't know. It's just my opinion.
I wouldn't give it up. You asked me if I would give it up. I wouldn't give it up.
I think I would.
It would be no different to me than Hulu, than Peacock, than Paramount Plus, because they all have ads, and I'm okay.
I'm on the same price, right?
I'm on the verge of giving Netflix up right now. I mean,
that's a different question, because if you ask me when's the last time you watched something on Netflix, it's been quite a while.
I watched the same thing that I could get on Paramount.
That's exactly right. I'm getting rid of Moose. I'm with you. I'll get rid of Netflix if they go to ads.
After Stranger Things,
they're the problem. The problem, yeah, exactly. No, I might find another outlet for that. But the issue is, like, I would rather have a Star Trek on Paramount Plus, and get that, because everything from there is going to Paramount Plus. We know all the Star Trek is leaving Netflix, and I'm on. That's what I do. That's what I would end up doing, is watching some of that old Star Trek. But anyway, there's not a lot of old stuff that on Netflix. And besides that, are the seasons these things coming out in? Are the seasons getting?
Oh, don't get me started on that.
Well, that's what I mean, though. Is it the seasons, the shorter seasons? Is that killing with some of the stuff that we're seeing?
I got to tell you, I hate 6-episode seasons. I hate 8-episode seasons. I think the sweet spot is 10 to 12. I think I go with 10 to 12.
Really?
I've gotten used to like a 10 to 12 season, but when you start doing 6 episodes, 8 episodes, I feel like you're starting to rush the story now, right? And that's the problem I have with these shorter seasons is that you don't get the full content that you would get because they're spending more money per episode, right?
Yeah.
So they figure,
you
know what? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Why else would you do
the number of episodes? Yes, they are.
Why else would you do less episodes? Right?
No, I'm saying based on the number of episodes, they're spending it. If they're doing 6 or 10, even if you did 15 or 20 with that same price, could you do it for the same price spread out?
Well,
I think that you could.
Yeah, I'm saying that I think you can. I don't think it's adding any more cost by doing 15. Because I think if somebody signs on to sign up for the project, they're not signing on. You're not getting a basketball player going, hey, listen, we're gonna
that might be different. That might be.
We're going to pick you up on the team. Well, I mean, in general, I
got you.
Yeah, okay, we'll just use work. You don't hire an employee going, okay, we're going to hire you, and you're a full time employee, but we're only going to have you come in twice a week, because it lowers you're paying the same amount. Have the employee come in as much as you need them, according to a full time status.
Right.
Not to work 20 hours in one day.
Right. Well, and what I was saying, I guess, is that it's that they're cheating us by doing less episodes. So to the same, I guess I had the argument just in a different version. Yeah, it's going to cost them the same. But here's Gigi. So he's falling right into the trap that he's saying that we're falling into, which is he can live with the 10 episodes, but not with the 6. But because they've gradually come down to 10, now they're down to 6. He will be the one still owning Netflix when they have 5-minute commercials on there. Because to me, 10 episodes aren't enough.
Yeah.
Much less.
I get it. What was the last time you had a show that was more than 10 episodes anywhere? Right.
It depends on if you're watching an older show or a newer show.
Older show, exactly. Older show. I'm saying newer stuff is 10 episodes. Yeah. But
and I'm not happy with that.
I'm not, but I prefer 10 over 6 or 8. But here's what I'm getting at is that you're starting to get these big A1 premier actors into these shows, right? Because they're starting to figure out they can make more money in a show rather than a movie. So I think that when you say, are they really spending more money if they spread it out? Yes, because if I'm the actor, how many episodes we're doing? 6? Okay, this is my money. This is what I charge. Oh, we're doing 10? Then it's going to cost you another $20 million.
Here's the difference. Here's why, though. Here's why. I'm going to answer that, and I'm going to get to the JP's comment, and I'm leaving it up there for a reason. Here's why. Because movies typically will go on location. And in TV series or these other shows that they're putting on, they're not going on location. They're using film. They're using sets. Or they're not. They're just not doing it. They're doing it in all in Vancouver,
or Georgia.
In these movies, or Georgia, or the soundstage, right? But in the movies, they're going to the set, so it's real. Now, to JP's point right here, I completely disagree with him. Halo, Picard, from I don't know what that is. What's from?
I don't know what that is from.
Outer Range, I have not seen yet.
Hey,
but
we'll talk about that later.
A different time. The only thing you have going here is Mandalorian and maybe Marvel shows. I don't even know what other Marvel shows really.
Yeah, maybe.
But Mandalorian. So I still say that I don't mean to let the cat out of the bag, but Halo and Picard, they're not even on the docket this week. You tell me. Yeah. We put Moon Knight up there just because. And that's where the Marvel show come in. Let's move on to that. Let's do Moon Knight. Moon Knight has 4 episodes out?
4 episodes. That's correct.
How many's in the length of the series?
Let's say 6. I don't know. 6, maybe 8. Right. Maybe 8. I think it's 6 though.
Hey, at this point of it, for me in the Moon Knight, I'm like, there was a piece of one of the last 2 episodes that I saw that I'm like, okay, that was pretty cool. The action lasted a good 5 minutes on that one, so that's actually good. But then I'm like, he's not powerful at all. What happened here? It just I am so disappointed here. And I almost can see why the actor, his name just escaped me. Thank you, Oscar Isaac, just completely is not coming back.
Yeah, I was about to say, Moose, I'm going to disappoint you more. It's 6 episodes.
6. There you go. There you go. This now we're setting the new standard. The new standard is 6.
So, Mike, I want you to be the anchor in this, Mike, if I can allow you to be the anchor. Listen, Moon Knight. I was pretty hype on this show before it came out,
yes,
right? We all were. Yes, we all were, right? But I was like, yeah, this is it. This is what we need. The trailers. I think at one point you guys started saying the trailers are starting to not really get me going. But I was like, man, they lost me in this 4th episode, man. I almost turned down Picard.
Don't even say that. That's not even true.
Hey, I almost put on Picard, right? And then when I put on Picard, I said maybe I should watch Discovery.
Let me go to Halo. Hold on, let me go to Halo.
Wait. You know what? I'm gonna stick with Moon Knight.
I'm going back to DS. I'm going back to Deep Space Nine. I'm good.
Yes. Matter of fact, I'm watching WandaVision.
That's true.
So Moon Knight, right? Like, what are we doing? Like, this is. I don't know if they don't know what to do with this. I've come to the point where I don't like the character Steven. Right, I think that character is a broken character. I think when you talk about Mark Spector, right, I think they've watered him down, right, and they've put too much of Steven into Mark, right. I think the Moon Knight character itself, when he's in costume, you know what? It's cool to see him, and when he opens his cape and the little moon,
that was cool because you have a half, the crest there, right?
That's cool. That's cool. But I remember him to be a lot stronger and a lot more vicious and a lot more, intense. And
just wait. That's coming. That's coming.
I can do without the Sailor 7. Yeah, I 7. I can do without Sailor Moon Tuxedo Night guy, Moon Knight. Like, what is that about?
Why would that for it to even come into the series at all was ridiculous. The time that it had prior to was long enough. Then we saw it again. Like, what?
Well, and then on a closing note, Mike. Hold on, I leave you content. Hold on, a closing note. Yeah, I'll leave you a little bit. I'll leave you a little bit, just enough. And then at the very end, we're more than halfway through the season, right? And then you take his powers away. What is that? What is that? There you go, Mike. You can have the rest, Mike. Whatever's left.
There's nothing left. Absolutely nothing left, except for the fact that I don't like Mark Spector either. He's not any better than Steven. And still, the lead character is still I forget his name now, Morrow or whatever his name is.
The lead character, Oscar Isaac.
No, it's not him. That's what I'm saying.
You're talking about
yeah. I'm talking about Ethan Hawke.
Ethan
Hawke, but he's Arthur Harrow or something like that.
Yeah.
He's the lead character. He's the only one that's standing out of all the stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
Well, you're absolutely right on that, Mike.
Oscar Isaac. I got to tell you, I enjoy him as an actor. Correct. So for me, he sells the role that he's doing. I just think that the script is horrible. I just think.
Does he really sell you the role now? I
was going to say, did you like him in Apocalypse?
No. Hold on a second.
No, I didn't like him as Apocalypse because that was again the script written.
Listen. You look at Dune. He worked in Dune. Excellent. I thought it was excellent.
That's what I said.
Rogue One. Excellent, right? Rogue One. Excellent.
No. But okay, he wasn't in Rogue One, but okay, I'll take it.
The other Star Wars, he was in regular Star Wars.
He was in the Force Awakens.
Yeah. Yes. Same thing, same difference. Excellent role, right? I think he came down with his acting for this.
No.
I think so.
Here's where we're at. No, here's where we're at. This is what I'm going to put it to. So we're talking about he's the Mads Mikkelsen of what he does, and because Mads Mikkelsen, we talked about this with versus Johnny Depp. And he does not have the ability, or he doesn't. I don't know if he doesn't have the ability, but he doesn't step into that role differently to play what needs to be played. So I think
hold on, Moose. I know where you're gonna go with this. Hold on.
I think it's a combination of both. I think it's a combination of the writing and him playing that role.
Well, first of all, I want to tell you, don't insult Oscar Isaac like that, man. He's better than that, right? I don't think that's the case. I think Oscar Isaac has proven on many different movies that
you're saying that Mads Mikkelsen's not a great actor.
I'm saying that he's not better than Oscar Isaac.
I didn't say he was, but he's on par with him.
No, he's not.
Is he on par? Is he on par with him?
No, he's not.
Yeah, Moose will answer the question. Go ahead.
I will answer. I am the judge here. Yes, he is, of course. Listen,
thank you.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem.
Podcast. I get it.
With the Mark, when he plays Mark and when he plays Steven, even from each role, the accent is seamless in each piece, and he switches, and there's a definite distinction between each character. I think he plays that fine. I don't like the writing, and I think that's where this falls apart. I don't like where it's going. And besides that, Oscar Isaac has done a lot of other stuff that isn't sci-fi, and he still does a terrific job at. Go back and look at that stuff, and he still.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I just think that he dumbs it down for this. I think this is not.
I don't think so. It's nothing to do with him. It's everything to do with the way Moon Knight was written. I mean, look at where they're going.
Listen, I'm going to agree with you 100% because Game God doesn't know what he's talking about. So I'm
Thank you. All right, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's move on.
All right. Well, I mean, so talking about the Star Wars piece, Moose, I know you got some news about that because you're talking about Poe Dameron and Oscar Isaac playing Poe Dameron, but we got something coming up with Obi-Wan.
Yeah, well, it's always a question when they come out with a new Star Wars show or whatever. It's like, is it going to be done? Is the music going to be what we expect? Star Wars music to be? And the fact is that in Obi-Wan, I'm so happy to announce or to say that John Williams will be doing the title scene to Obi-Wan. Now that's an important piece.
Wow.
Correct.
That's key because he knows Star Wars so well. First of all, he can do it. He can do any movie. It doesn't matter. Yep. But he knows Star Wars so well that he knows exactly what it needs when it needs it, and that's my humble professional opinion that he's going to knock it out of the park. And then of course they have another great person to write in the rest of the show, which is fine. That's no big deal either. But I'm just saying that is key for me.
Well, absolutely. This is so exciting because according to our sources, he volunteered to do it.
Yeah.
And so he's excited. So it's going to be epic. It will be.
Absolutely.
Well, John Williams is Star Wars.
Yeah.
When it comes to soundtrack, there's no saying anything else. When you think of Star Wars, you think of John Williams. You think of John Williams, you think of Star Wars. So for him to do this, it's almost like, hey, it's got to happen.
Yeah.
Right? Obi-Wan. First of all, if you're gonna do it for anyone, it's gonna be either for Obi-Wan or a Darth Vader show, right? And I think those are the only two you can really say that John Williams got to put his signature on. But that's because they command epic roles, and you need epic music to go with epic roles.
Yeah, and
he should have done Luke and Mandalorian, but
well, that's true. However, I will say that since Obi-Wan is a legacy character, since he is an original and OG, and all of the OGs have their own like little theme that. When that theme is played, oh, that's Vader. Oh, that's this. Oh, that's this. Oh, that's that. Right away. And the fact that Obi-Wan doesn't have that, I think now he'll get it. And so anytime the future stuff comes out, you'll have that little tidbit where you can hear Obi-Wan's, a sequence in an entire piece. So I'm excited about that.
I'm super excited. Absolutely super excited.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk about excitement. I'm going to talk about something here that's going to excite you guys, right? So I was coming across. We talked about streaming services, and a lot of these streaming services now have huge libraries, right? So it come to make me think. What do we do here? We do sci-fi. We bring it to life, right? So if you took Disney Plus has opened their selection of stuff pretty quickly here. Can you tell me the top 10 best sci-fi movies on Disney Plus right now? I got a list right here that can help you out. But this is only on Disney Plus. Only on Disney Plus. Okay. And I don't expect you to get all 10, but I expect you to give me one or two or three of them.
Really?
So, are we talking about Plus?
Mandalorian. That would be one.
Movies.
Movies. Yeah.
Movies. Top 10 sci-fi movies.
Disney Plus?
So yes. So
I'm talking about streaming.
There's 9 Star Wars, a 10th with Rogue One. So right there.
Right. We also have Infinity Gauntlet in there. I mean, so I'm not sure.
All right. Yes. I just said all the sci-fi movies on Disney Plus, top 10. So you mentioned Star Wars, right?
Top
all
10 being watched, you're saying.
Yes.
That being watched on Disney Plus. Oh, let's okay.
Top 10 best sci-fi movies on Disney Plus.
I'm not the best. That's debatable.
So let me help you out. I'll give you number 10.
Okay.
Avatar.
Trash. Okay, let's keep going. This is a crappy list already. I can tell.
Number 9. Flight of the Navigator.
Keep going.
I'll skip number 8 because it's not that good. Number 7.
No. Let's. What's
number 8? WALL-E. So
that's a great movie. Okay, I love that. I wouldn't consider that in this. I didn't realize we were doing the animation piece along with the sci-fi. I love that they're doing that.
Plus. So, all right, number 7, throwback classic to the 80s, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
No, keep going.
All right. Number 6, this is a personal favorite of mine, Tron Legacy. So the new Tron that came out.
Wow.
I like that Tron.
Wow.
I like that Tron.
Hold that thought for later.
All right. Number 5, the original Tron.
What?
Right? Hey, so this number 4. Come on now, Thor Ragnarok.
What?
This is Mike's favorite movie.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
My favorite movie.
This is a ridiculous list. Who made this up?
Number 3, Inside Out.
Okay. Keep going. I mean, are we talking? Yeah, I don't. Who made this list?
Hey, can you wake me up when you're through?
Yeah. Right, here we go. I'm sorry. Tie for number 3, Avengers Endgame.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
Number 2, Empire Strikes Back.
Okay, that's okay.
I can live with that.
Yeah, and then number 1, which Star Wars movie?
It is a Star Wars movie. It is a Star Wars movie.
I know it's got to be.
Hey, tell me which one. You give me which one.
Empire is number 2. This is definitely a Star Wars movie at number 1.
What's number 1?
I'm gonna say it's The Force Awakens.
Okay, and what about you, Mike?
I'm gonna say it's one that, oh my gosh, the one before, not The Last Jedi, or the one that not most people with Leia as being Superman.
Right? Rise. Oh, The Last Jedi.
Is it? I don't know. I don't know which one.
Rise of Skywalker.
No, Last Jedi. You're right. Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Number 1's Last Jedi, and just for JP, it is The Last Jedi. Number 1.
I knew Moose. The way the list was going, I knew it wasn't going to be one of the better ones.
Wow,
so
that's crazy.
So whether this list is a credible or not credible, that is one of our sources that we don't pay good money for that gave us this list and said talk about it tonight. So
boy. I don't even know what this list is. I still don't understand it.
I still don't understand it either. Yeah, top 10.
Well, we understand. Even if we told you and broke it down, you still would have trouble with it. We lost you years ago.
Game God made up. I'm just confused. I think that's what it was.
Hey, one more time. Top 10 best sci-fi movies on Disney Plus. Let me help you out there.
Somebody's opinion of what they should be. That's what
the Game God's opinion, apparently.
If it was my opinion, the Infinity War would be number 1. So just so
of course.
Yeah,
and of course they would have had
WandaVision somewhere in there.
He would have. Yeah. Hey, listen. He would have had WandaVision and Back to the Future somewhere in there.
Yep. And Back to the Future isn't even on Disney Plus, but it'll make it. Yeah. And when I announced it,
it was number 1. I don't know what happened to the list.
That's my list, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, there you go. That was a full list. Hey, I want to revisit the something to do with Tron. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Tron, keeping some of the characters in Tron. Okay, Game God.
Okay.
Okay, so Doctor Who is going to be getting a new Doctor.
Of course. Yeah.
So,
yeah. Sure.
Yeah. It happens.
That show still on?
That's what happened.
Yeah. JP is I'm sure he's gonna chime in on this one. So who would you guys pick to be a new Doctor? There's some names out there, and I'll mention those names. So I want you guys to think about who you want to pick for a new Doctor. And Game God, just so you know, if you think about Tron, remember Michael Sheen. Do you remember who Michael Sheen is in Tron?
Yes, I do. I do remember who he was.
He is on the list to be Doctor Who.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
Now, I'd watch it if he was on there. To be honest,
I know you would.
I'd watch it if he was on there because I do like him as an actor. So that's very interesting for me to say because I think the biggest thing for me when I watch Doctor Who or when I don't watch Doctor Who, is that I can't connect with the Doctor. Right?
Yeah.
And if I can't connect with the main guy that the show is made after, man, I'm just gonna have trouble, man. I just gonna have trouble.
I get that.
So,
all right, well, here's the thing, though. If you think about it, who could you connect with, though? How about because I gotta, the moment that comes to mind is Jeff Goldblum. I mean, that's no.
How I knew you were gonna pick him? How I knew?
I'm just kidding. No,
Hey,
but
Daddy-o. Hey, Daddy-o.
hey. Thank you, baby. Listen, here's the thing. Here's the deal. What comes to mind when you think of Doctor Who? So how would you describe a doctor? Just in like 3 terms. Like what would you say a doctor is? Like to be the Doctor Who, I think of somebody who is what?
Quirky.
Quirky. All right, that fixed Jeff Goldblum, by the way. But keep going.
Yes, it does, yeah.
Huh?
Smart.
Okay. So cerebral. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, cerebral assassin.
What else?
Witty.
Talkative? Oh, likes to talk a lot. Okay, I'll give you that.
Talkative, witty. I put those together.
Okay. So then if you take those 3 characteristics, who then would fit those types of things? First of all,
And God.
I would say Jeff Goldblum. So stop playing around. He fits all 3. He fits all 3. But I'm not going to say Jeff Goldblum. So what other people fit those types of those characteristics?
Let me give you some of the names that are out there, Moose, and then I'm going to answer the question for you, from my opinion.
Okay.
So one of the names is I'm gonna mess this name up. Is Richard Ayoade?
Sure.
I don't know his stuff, but if you look him up, I was looking at him before. He has the look of the Doctor, which is key because there's a look to the Doctor as well. You got to have that look.
Do you really though? Because Matt Smith and David Tennant look nothing alike.
Hold on, and I'm going to get to that. Okay, because that's a good point. Because Matt Smith was not my favorite, so I'll leave it at that. Somebody else who's been named is Alex
staticky. Mike looks very staticky right now.
Oh, is my mic very
staticky? You're fine.
Alex Kingston, who was actually in the Doctor in Doctor Who before, who has played someone who could possibly be the Doctor. A lot of people thought at the time. Here's a couple that I thought was real interesting, Moose, which I have no idea how they even got in there. One is Hugh Grant.
No, don't even me.
But doesn't he look a lot? I mean, doesn't he remind you of a lot of the not of this last Doctor because that was a female Doctor, but the one before that.
Peter Capaldi.
Peter Capaldi. He kind of reminds me of a little younger Peter Capaldi.
Does he? Does he really?
No,
I'm going to say no to Hugh Grant.
If you're going to do that, you might as well do Matthew McConaughey. If you're going to do that.
Here's another interesting one. So I know him as Newt Scamander from Fantastic Beasts. You guys know who that is?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I can see him. That's so far for me is the best choice so far for the night. I do want to throw one out there. An actor named Harry Melling. Right, and he was in Harry Potter. He was in Harry Potter as a young lad. But if you Googled him now and look at him now, he's got a. I want my doctor. We mentioned the 3 traits, right?
Yeah.
I want my doctor to have a borderline. Could be good, could be bad. Like he's got like. That's why I like Peter Capaldi.
Yeah, Peter Capaldi, you didn't know, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Peter Capaldi. He for me kind of rode the line from an appearance piece that he can be a good doctor or he can be an evil doctor. Right, and I when I look at Harry, right, that's what I want my doctor to be kind of like that line. You know, he's like an anti-hero kind of deal.
Okay.
Well,
what about Ryan Reynolds? I'm just kidding. All right, I'm just kidding.
Man.
I'm just kidding.
Did we go back to my list? Are we back in my list?
No. There's also another name. I don't know how.
He's witty. He likes to talk a lot. I'm just using you guys.
Hey, we just changed the name of the show to Dr. Poole.
That's right.
There you go, Dr. Poole. Another one from Harry Potter is Ron, Rupert Grind or something.
Weasley?
I don't see him at all.
No.
Yeah, Ron Weasley.
Yeah, Ron Weasley. I don't see him. But let me tell you who is, and JP's already ruined it. Someone who's rumored to come back. And this is where, for me, Moose, it stands out. This is why I was never a fan of Matt Smith. Somebody's told me, hey, just keep watch Matt Smith and you'll get used to him. I just never did. But David Tennant is rumored to be coming back as the Doctor. And I would love to see him back as the Doctor.
But that's a safe move.
Tennant that is a very, very safe move. Tennant was a great Doctor, though. Yeah. He was a great Doctor. And I think he was probably arguably one of the most liked. Yeah, one of the most like him and Matt Smith. Matt Smith, people love Matt Smith. They really did. But Smith and Tennant both are well liked as Doctor Who's. So
yeah. So I think if you bring Tennant back, that's just a power move to get fans back and to get get back at the top. Yeah, I'm not saying it wouldn't work. But it's not really. I think
how long would it work?
Be a cop out. Yeah, it'll be a cop out. It'll be a cop out. That's what I think it would. I mean, listen, you've already done so many different things to Doctor Who. Just keep going. Keep going. You know
just keep going. Really?
Just keep going. What is this? The 18th Doctor, the 19th Doctor? What number are we up to?
Wow! Just keep going.
Just keep going. You can't lose no money. You already lost it already.
Keep changing the Doctor. It doesn't matter. Just keep changing the Doctor.
Yeah, let's just keep going, man. And matter of fact, make it a 6-season episode. 6-episode season. I mean.
Yeah, for me, between David Tennant and Newt Scamander, those would be the two I'd like to see.
Look at Alex Passer say, bring in Punky Brewster.
Well, it wouldn't. It wouldn't be surprising if they had another girl do it. That wouldn't be surprising.
I don't know if she would be the one for it. I don't know if I was
right.
Well, the only other, the fourth thing there is I think you gotta be British, don't you? Don't you have to be British?
No, who made that rule up?
I just did. I just said number 4. We had 3 characteristics, and you have 4. British.
Well, I think my guy still stands then.
And according to Alex, she has to be a real doctor.
He's a real doctor. Yeah. That is true. But there's a difference between the Doctor DR and DOCTOR. Now that's where the Doctor Who. Yeah. So
JP makes a point. He says they need to get people watching again. He's right. They do.
And with Tennant, they could get that up pretty easily. I mean, it would happen immediately. It really would.
By the way, Mike, I looked at that Richard Ayoade. He can pull it off. I think he can pull it off.
I'm telling you, he's got the look.
Yeah, he can pull it off. He can pull it off.
I don't know his work. He's got the look.
He's got like a refreshing look, so I think he can pull it off.
All right, let's move on. You know what? I'm gonna skip past a Freeguy right now. Although this is something that would be free. I fell asleep in Freeguy. I mean, I don't know about you.
I can't believe it.
Hey, you see how he just did that game?
How you gonna make a comment? Yeah, I know. You made a comment and you're gonna keep moving.
But let me get my comment on it.
Yeah, I fell asleep. Hey, matter of fact, let's hijack this. Hey, Mike, what you think about the movie?
Hey, you know what?
I actually enjoyed Freeguy, by the way.
Yeah, I thought Freeguy was a great mix of some guy.
It's funny. It's funny you say all these things, guys, because as you know, there is a control booth that runs the show here that you cannot avoid. Just so you know. Actually, what I think we should be talking about right now is this Doctor Who trailer. And this thing is important. I think this is
Doctor Who trailer. About Doctor Who trailer.
Doctor Strange trailer.
Hey, that's why you have these two guys here
together with you. The Doctor Strange trailer has some meat on the bones in a trailer, and that's important to know. So if you don't like spoilers, you might want to switch station, at least fast forward about 4 minutes, because Doctor Strange is this last trailer had some reveals, and this is the reveal and the biggest reveal in my opinion is one of the things that we talked about, that if they talked about it, that it would set box office records.
Well, I said they were going to set box office records.
I know, but I said if they did this, it would be huge. First of all, there's 2 trailers out there. There's a real Doctor Strange trailer, and there's a deep fake Doctor Strange trailer that's also pretty cool. But it's more of a what if than a real trailer. The Illuminati. It's right on the cusp. Is this the reason why we talked about before? Why Patrick Stewart talked about
he puts that up. Are we still? Is this what we're doing? This is what we're doing. We're gonna put those pop shot comments up there. Jeez.
Hey, Patrick Stewart playing Professor X. Is this why we see him in Picard? This is why we talked about. There he's Alex. Sorry, I'm sorry. Don't watch a trailer, Alex. Alex is leaving. Professor X with the Illuminati. This is why we see him in the Doctor Strange trailer.
And listen, I think this is what we need. This is the connection. This is what's going to bring everything together. Now, so we're all excited. It wasn't a hey, dance around the topic. They said it in the trailer.
Right now,
hey, the Illuminati is. I forgot exactly what he said, but he says the Illuminati, and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
like I lost my breath. But what my worry is, right, is that we as fans, as comic book fans, as historians of the Marvel universe, watchers of the world, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that we might get shortchanged on who's exactly in the Illuminati.
Okay.
You think so?
Yes.
Because
you're talking. There's some big names we have not yet seen that are part of the Illuminati.
What a better way. There's no better way than to bring it out a Doctor Strange movie and make $1 billion.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know that they don't even have to show much of the Illuminati, because here's the thing. We were excited assuming it was going to be part of it. And now that we know it's going to be part of it, we're even more excited. Now, I don't know if I wish I hadn't known that or not. I don't know yet. But either way, as of right now, I'm super excited to know that it's going to be there. So even if they only show one or two of them, or they mention it and they have a group behind the scenes where you can't really see much.
I think it looked like there was the panel. It looks like there was
they were all there. It looked like they were all there.
Well, and it may be all dark, like shadowed out. You may not see every person, and that's okay too. I don't need to.
That's not okay for me.
It is
I just
okay.
want you to know that. That's not okay for me, right? So are the rumors true? Is that superior Iron Man that you see Tom Cruise probably playing? Is that true? Is it true that you're just gonna get more? I think we're gonna get FaceTime with Picard, with Professor X, right?
Yeah.
I think you're gonna get some FaceTime. You obviously see Mordo, who you're gonna get FaceTime with him. But is that all we're gonna see? Are we not gonna see Submariner? Not Submariner.
Mordo wasn't he was part of the Illuminati.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so is he going to be? No, he was not. So, but is he going to be part of this one? Is this going to be an adjusted Illuminati? Right? Are we not going to see Black Bolt because he was part of the Illuminati?
Black Bolt.
Well, here's the thing. So we could talk about that. We can even go back and talk about. Go ahead, Moose.
We will see Reed Richards in this 100%. Is
that how much you putting down on that?
I'm putting the bank on it right now. We're going to see Reed Richards in this thing.
You really? Who's playing Reed Richards? Reed Richards?
Don't care. The fact that you see, I think we'll even see an arm come.
Hey, listen.
Like
Reed Richards is playing Reed Richards. That's
he said we'll see. He said we'll see an arm.
Like it's happening. It's happening.
Here's the thing. So we may get an abbreviated version or a different version of the Illuminati. We may see different people, but that's already happened in the Marvel universe anyway. And did we not like it? Did we disagree with Civil War because it was the opposite of what actually happened? You know, there are different things that we're okay with. I think we'll be okay with the Illuminati. We may go, oh man, I wish they'd have had this. But here's the thing. This is what Marvel's done, which makes it perfect for them, is they've opened it up that anybody could be an Illuminati from a different universe, from a different time. So it doesn't matter at this point.
Hey, you're going to get John Krasinski as Reed Richards.
Okay. So listen, this is the Illuminati that's going to satisfy me.
News just broke right here.
Doctor Strange, Professor X, Black Bolt, Reed Richards, Submariner, and Iron Man. That's the team right there. That's what I want to see. So we can get an Iron Man, right? Hey, do we see RDJ come make a cameo? We don't know, right? Listen, money talks. The money talks, right? But we haven't seen Submariner. Great way to segue him into the new Black Panther
with the thing. So why not?
Right. So and you're talking about this 6 individuals right here can break the box office. I can tell you right now, this right here, this can possibly topple Star Wars movies.
No, that's not happening. But if they made a movie with the Illuminati, which they're about to do, with these, and they have more FaceTime, to Magic Mike's point, it is going to rake in some dough. I mean, it is going to bring in some dough. I'm telling you right now.
I am just like Moose called. I forget his name. You just said his name. Moose playing Reed Richards.
John Krasinski.
Yes. Yeah. Just like you called that, I'm calling Doctor Strange will break Star Wars.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. Right there. Hey, I think I might have to jump in Magic Mike's car.
And it's not a negative thing towards Star Wars. It's not saying,
of course. And it's not a negative thing towards Doctor Strange. I'm just telling you that ain't happening. So
hey, Stephen Strange, the Illuminati will see you now.
Hey.
There's so many things going on in this film.
And
this is so many things. This is what they're willing to show us, right? They obviously has something going on bigger than this. If in a trailer, they can tell you the Illuminati will see you now. They waited for 10 days before the release of this movie. It's only 10 days away to drop that one line. That one line has got the internet buzzing like a beehive. And I can tell you right now, that one line will get the droves of people who are Marvel fans. What? Because you want to see Reed Richards. You want to see a Namor. You want to see a Black Bolt. You want to see Iron Man. Like, you want to see those powerful cast of characters. And listen, Patrick Stewart, come on.
Yeah. As Professor X. Yes, you're right. Look, this is gonna be great. I can't wait. I'm gonna see it opening weekend.
Oh, absolutely. Mike, what's it gonna do, Mike? Mike, what is it gonna do? Repeat for the fans out there. Go ahead.
He's gonna see it opening weekend.
But no. What is Doctor Strange going to break? What kind of record?
It's going to pass Star Wars.
Don't even worry about that.
How fast will he pass?
Don't worry about like it's a bad thing.
Hey, how fast is it going to pass Spider-Man? You think it'll be faster than Spider-Man?
You think so? He's for sure think it's going to be better than Spider-Man because he's talking about taking down Star Wars.
Well, he's asking if it'll pass it. If it'll be quicker. If it'll get there. Now, I'm not saying that in the end it's going to beat Star Wars. So yes, it's going to be Spider-Man. It'll be quicker, I think, because now here we are. Because somebody, I forget who it was, just announced that now they're not going to release any more streaming online. It's going straight to the movies. So this is where we are. We are back to pre-COVID, and we're going to see those numbers with Doctor Strange.
We're not going to see. We're going to see big numbers, and it's going to do really good. It's not going to break. It's not going to break any Star Wars records. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. It's going to be good. I'm going to see it.
So I'm gonna leave this with this question for you guys: is this Illuminati more like the Guardians of the Multiverse, and they want to stop Doctor Strange from further messing things up?
Yes,
of course.
So
this is just like the What If.
So listen. The bad Doctor Strange wins.
Do you think does he though?
Hey, with that third eye?
Think about that for a minute. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us for this podcast. Hey, share it with a friend. Tell somebody about it. Join us live. We appreciate you guys joining us live and participating. We love it.
I was just leaving.
Nerd alert.
You've been listening to Podcast for Sci-Fi with Moose, Game God, and Magic Mike. Nerds have more fun. If it's anything sci-fi, we're talking about it. We had fun, and we hope you did too. We have to split, but we'll be back soon. In the meantime, hit us up at podcast4sci-fi.com. This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life.